Yo, welcome back guys, Nicholas, Adam. We're at a subscriber's house today, very local to us, and he has set the bar for when Adam and I go work around the subscriber's house of where it should be. We're doing a fuse board change. We've got a few interesting things about it. I'll show you this to start with. Absolutely no demolition contractors. Oh, I absolutely love this. So, I really, and we've said this on podcasts and videos before, where I will not fit anything that I haven't bought, pretty much anything, unless it's a top brand stuff, got the same JCC downlights as us, but I've never fitted a fuse board that someone else has supplied until today. Like I said, the guy's local to us, we've had a bit chit chat backwards and forwards, and he's told me what he wanted to get, and he's gone and bought himself a Luden board. Luden RCBA board. This is my first time ever fitting one. Nice and big. We've got fire rated grommets? Yeah. We've got tails, we've got SPD kit, we've got RCBOs, the no earth fly lead, which is nice. So what the situation with this is, customer's gone round and done a schedule sheet of what everything does around the house, what size cable, what runs to what. So far every other customer needs to do this. Perfect. Original board, we've got some new wiring in the property that's going to be included into the new board. We're going to combine the two. We've got new cutout, new meter, new isolator. We're going to get rid of all of this, new tail straight into the bottom of the board. We'll be doing some rear entry, Adam, and bring everything in nice and neat, dress it tight. But we're just going to run around with the tester to start with Adam, going to figure out what's doing what, and even though we've got a sheet to work off, which is nice, we need to make sure we're competent and we're doing this stuff for ourselves as well. So we'll do that, we'll nip back, we'll pull the board off and we'll jump from there.
Also, I just showed on the, I've just noticed it, wooden trunking.
Yeah, it's cool, so really good. Look at this.
Pin shot, it's called that.
Delicious. Old as Dave Savory, that. So thank you to Tradify for sponsoring this video. Tradify is my job management app that helps me communicate between customers with my estimates, quotations, my invoices, my certificates. There's a few different changes going on in the background as well, which I can't quite tell you all about it yet, but for electricians, ideally, this is a very cool, very key thing that's going to be happening and changing in the future. I'll put all the links below to 50% off for the first 3 months. Use the code, use the link. Go paperless, make your evenings yourself, make them free, do everything when you're at the job. And there's one key piece of advice that I'll try and give to you a lot, which it doesn't happen for me if I'm being hand on heart all the time, but give yourself 5-10 minutes after every job when you're sat on the driveway, send your invoice off, send your certificate off, notify the next customer, do everything there and then there's nothing to do when you get home. So hit the links below, check it out. Thank you very much, Tradify, and we'll see you on the next one. Mr. Adams isolated it. He's just doing his first test on the ring. Done your insulation resistance.
Yep.
You've got greater than
999.
999 on everything, which is really good for the age of the property. Done your R1. You've done your ring ends 0.36, 0.36, 0.52,
and 0.18, wasn't it?
Yeah, on R1, R2. We're going to double check these at the end when we put them back in anyway, but this is a preliminary test to make sure we know that we're not going to stick the RCD on and it trips straight away. We're going to go through, the lighting circuit's got quite a few on it, so we're going to separate them, figure out what's going on with what, and then we'll rip everything off and then jump over to Adam's video at some point, because Adam's going to do a video on his channel of setting the Luden board up and going through that. So jump back in a minute. Alright, I'm plodding along, I'm just doing all my tests. Thing with this house as well, there is no earth on the old lighting circuit. There's some new lighting circuits put in here which will be tested through. There's 2 lighting circuits. So we make sure on our report that there's no class 2 fittings there. We will put on the report that there's no CPC, sticker on the board, that sort of stuff. So you can change your board over if it doesn't have a CPC, but you need to make sure you're testing everything as best as you can and you're letting everyone know and there's nothing in danger afterwards. Because in my eyes, what you've got to think is, we've changed the board over, we've left it safer than it was before. It could be safer, but we can note stuff down and notify people that is the case. So that's my take on it. Adam's opened his fuse board up, found a packet of Maryland's iron inside. Customer's a legend. We've got full size blank RCBOs, full size blank MCBs as well. Adam's having fun with this, he's put his SPD together. He's now going to make it about racket behind me, knocking all this out.
Just waiting to make some noise.
Board, isn't it?
Yeah.
Big board.
I like the fixing also, it's got a few.
Yeah. Luden, you good job. I'm just going to tape in some grommet strip, and once I've ripped the rest of the stuff out, we've got the last board as well, which is 2 new circuits, which is boiler and immersion. Once they're tested, IR'd, tested through, we can sort of start putting some trunking up. Right, this is where we're at. Disconnected everything, every cable is disconnected, the old boards are removed. What we're going to do is run some trunking sort of to match on. I haven't got an end cap here, but we're going to lift it up to the ceiling, about 10 mil off because the ceiling's going to be replaced at some point. Bring that up, measure that out, then the board will sit underneath it. We're doing rear entry like we said, so we'll cut another slot out like we have here to allow these cables. This will come through left-hand entry on the fuse board, and then we've got a few more cables. We've got 4 mil, we've got a lighting circuit here, which is the utility, and also we've got to run a new 3-core earth to go down to this light switch here for the 2-way. So simple as that. Get it level, marksman, drill it out, get that screwed back. Don't forget that. Do it in stages. Just makes it a little bit neater and easier. Cables are in. Loving life. We've got some all round band. This is a level, it's just the ceiling's out, so mind the gap. Adam's sorted the cable entry point. We fed the water and gas behind, they're already looped in. I'm just going to upgrade the main earth for the cutout in a second. Cutout's all ready to go, so I'm just waiting on Ad. I won't show you the fuse board yet because he's done such a good job on it. Wait for his video. There's loads of length and everything. There's plenty of length as well to pull through the hole in the back. The lighting circuit's going together because the way it's tested, we've got a strapper here as well. It wouldn't surprise me if there's a link to neutral for upstairs and downstairs. So we're going to give it that a go. We'll separate it out to start with to see if we can do it on separate circuits. If not, we'll have to go on the same RCBO. We've got a ring main here, a radial circuit, a couple more radials, and a few lighting circuits. So Adam's done a fantastic job. We run this afterwards and get it on. So what we've done here, Adam's done the board. See how delicious that is. We take these all together just so I get the board pressed back to get some fixing marks in. We've taken these together. So what I'm going to do now, Adam's labelled it 32s, 20s, 16s and 6s going across. So we're going to separate our circuits now to where we want them. High load, the 32 on ones, the 20, 16 and then the 6 on the left hand side. Depending if this will reach, we'll pull it across. Get it all prepped, taped where we want it, push the board back on, screw it back. We're going to use 20mm conduit couplers cut in half to space it off the wall. That will give us the clearance for the cables coming in the back and also the main tails coming back down and going into the main switch. So board is on, we've got a ring, we've got 4mm of just garage sockets, we've got loads of radials and we've got all the lighting circuits. So everything is in here, all single insulated is inside the cupboard as well. We're just running that new 3-core over to the switch over there, dropping it down. So there, so I'm going to terminate this up. You've all seen this before. We'll get it up ready and then I'll maybe jump backwards and forwards, but we'll have a run through at the end, see how much good the Luden boards. I'm impressed with the quality, the build, the strength. Adam likes it, so we'll jump back in a little bit once stuff's on and we'll see how we're getting on. Voila! There we have it. A Luden board. We're doing a bit of trunking down here. New main earth. We're going to label all this up. We're going to put some fire sealant wherever it is there amongst the table of rubbish. Loads of spare ways. How did I find this board, Adam? Ask me how I found this board.
How did you find it?
Oh well, I'm glad you asked, Adam. Never fitted one, like I said before. We never really take materials off customers, especially fuse boards. Made an exception with this. There's actually another one on Friday the same, but he's got a fuse box board he bought himself from Expert Electrical. Use code Bundy 10% off all your electrical expert needs.
Where are we tomorrow, mate?
Yeah, we're in Expert Electrical tomorrow. But I like it, it's strong, the RCBOs are nice, they're miniature ones which don't really fit. There's a lot of space. I don't know, it's the thing is trying to... People ask me for my honest opinion and fitting different fuse boards and whatnot. The honest opinion is there's not much difference between a hell of a lot of fuse boards. They have miniature RCBOs, they're sort of made out the same size, the same material. There's obviously little tiny tweaks where the SPD is on the left hand side to this rather than the right hand side. But other than that, it's a nice neat board, really happy with the finish. We'll sticker it up. Adam's going to film on his, stickering stuff up with the cable flags and all that sort of stuff there.
Yeah, the brother.
Yeah, so I'll jump back at the end with Adam. I was about to put the board on, I was about to sticker it up this over on Adam's video. I was just showing everyone I fire sealed the back. All my lovely wiring is now hidden. But I want to see how well this board cover goes on, because it's very similar to the fuse box one. When you do tighten it up, stuff does twist a little bit. But I'll get it on, stick it up, and I'll show you the finished product. It's the board up and on. We did severely struggle with getting the lid on, because the breakers, it's a full board, but they just wouldn't allow it, so a lot of faffing around. Sticker for no CPC in the lighting circuits, but that's it, job done. Customer's been an absolute gem, genuinely. He's been helping us out. He's sort of been stood in the background having a chat checking on.
I'm just going to say, pointing at this.
Got Jordan sat here. So we've had a really nice laugh. If more customers were like that, I think every electrician in the UK, our lives would be much, much easier. But it's interesting to fit a loon board. Would I fit another one? Yeah, 100%. Would I fit a fully populated one? Probably not, because there wasn't much room at all to get the lid on. I wish we'd have filmed it, but it was just one of them.
Yeah.
But the customer didn't know. He only found out I lived locally in Stafford, because this is the next town from Stafford. It's through Dave Savyer's video saying he's heading over to Stafford to Nick's.
Yeah.
Like, so if you don't know where Adam and I are from, we're from Stafford. So if you want work doing and you live around the area,
Or anywhere.
hit us up. Anyway, yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Take care now. Bye-bye then.
Bye!
Bye, Jordan.